So let's get into this first topic, right? It's no point in standing upon this ceremony and thinking that it's going to get any bit nicer. What happened yesterday. We can't change that, so we were going to get right into it. Steelers versus Bengals. Something didn't go the way we thought it was going to go. In terms of guys being available and in terms of just the outcome, right? Winning versus losing that game. To start it out, though, because I always like these little fun days where we're able to just talk through our situations here. What did you like about yesterday's game?
What did I like?
Yeah.
The weather was pretty good.
Or more importantly, with the team's performance. Can we get a couple of things that we liked? A couple of things, how we do. No negative right now. We just on our positive vibe right now. To start out, just positive vibe right now.
Yeah.
What'd you like?
Got to go with Najee Harris.
Okay.
Definitely got to go with Najee Harris. I think the defense was pretty solid in the first half outside of those last 30 seconds before halftime.
Mm-hmm.
I want to throw Pat in there. He had a drop, though. I don't know how his blocking was either. I wasn't paying too much attention to that. He was probably in like half the game, though. Claypool,
because Pat had 30 snaps.
Claypool did solid.
Okay.
I thought Claypool did pretty good. Najee, Claypool, first half defense. Edmonds got a pick.
Mm-hmm. That was the first pick for the team as well this year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I thought him and Minka actually played pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, honestly, outside of that pass before halftime, Burrow, what's he end up with, like 100 yards?
I don't remember, but yeah, I can see it.
We're staying positive, so
yeah, we're just on a positive kick right now, man.
I think I'm gonna leave it at that right now.
Fair enough. Okay.
If something else comes to mind, I'll let you know.
Okay, I like it. No, that's a good start right there. So I asked in the chat. I said, man, just what did you think was positive? Because, like I said, it's easy to just come in and just say, well, everything was terrible, and just focus on the negative. No, we ain't doing that just yet. We're gonna get to that. But we got to see what we liked about the performance. Now I'm seeing a lot of Najee, right? A lot of people was liking what Najee did. In the cuts, Freezy, Big Twink the Man, Jay Quest. A lot of people dropping Najee's name. We also see Chinks Bud. He says Edmonds getting that first pick, similar to what you said as well. In terms of what people liked, BMK also liked Edmonds in his pick. Saquon was agreeing about Edmonds, thought that he played well. For me, man, some of the things that I thought looked good or what I was pleased with at times. Number one was Najee's performance. I thought as a whole, he played his tail off as a runner, as a receiver. I mean, and he didn't have a perfect game by no stretch of the imagination, but just his commitment to just whatever it was going to take, even if he had a bad play, he was going to come back and give you positivity. I thought that stood out. I like what you said about Chase Claypool as well.
Not even bad play or just not too much to work with.
Yeah,
he was able to gain an extra 3 or 4 yards, be physical, put the shoulder down. So I really like that. Like it seemed like he gave like 100% effort the whole game, pretty much.
Chase Claypool, I liked his performance, even though he had some drops, right? And that happens. I mean, Najee did as well. The thing that I liked the most about Chase was his demeanor. Typically, right?
Even
we talked about a week ago, right? It's been where people are starting to, not get all the way sour on him, but it looks like, man, at times he's more focused on showmanship than being the best player that he can be. And we've talked about how at times it's like, man, is it a maturity thing? I thought yesterday it showed where his real commitment was, because there was plenty of opportunities for him to check. I would be plenty of opportunities for him to just say, well, you know what, I'm getting off. Let me celebrate. Let me do some of this stuff. But you notice with him, none of that was going on yesterday. It was none of the extra, none of the time, none of the showman, none of the borderline arrogance. It was just, he's getting back out there. He's trying to get it. He's just trying to find whatever he can do to make a play. I thought that was really good also. And now, even though this last thing that I want to highlight didn't pay dividends, I did like the fact that it at least showed something different in terms of the amount of pistol formation. We haven't seen pistol, right? That's one of the things that we've been talking about in terms of, man, just try something different, right? Just try something. Just entertain us, please. They did do a ton of what? We got pistol. We got Derek White. Derek White even got a catch. I mean, like, we did see some remnants of them trying something different. So I did like that. Even though the productivity was not there, that was something that I'm like, okay, at least it's not they're 100% set in stone. It has to be this way and only this way.
But it also goes back to Najee, too. You want to talk about the different formations. He got like 3 or 4 really nice 10-yard runs.
He did.
Call back for holding, though. So that's the negativity goes with it. But that was nice to see. I guess it has to do with the formations, although I don't know exactly what formations we were in when he ran it, but still.
But to me, like, seeing that, even though they were still very static in terms of pre-snap, it wasn't a ton of shifts and motions. I just like that it was a different look because, as I said, pistol is just a variation of under center, running back at the home position, which is directly behind him. It makes it tougher on the defense. The difference to me yesterday in terms of the running game was more so the finish or the lack thereof by our guys up front.
Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about our friends over at Manscaped.
Yes, indeed. The leaders in below the waistline grooming. And for, when you're out there and you're enjoying some of these games and it gets kind of hot out there, sometimes you want to be groomed. Sometimes you need to keep the grass a little low, all right? It makes it a little bit more breathable down there, all right? So shout out to Manscaped for that. But more importantly, I know I always come up here and talk about the Lawnmower 4.0 because I like it. I do. With the light turns on and off. We know that. We like to get tactile every once in a while.
High technology.
But can I tell you a secret, man?
What's up?
Earlier today, bro, as I was going through I'm getting ready for today's show to the work, I noticed I had some hairs coming out my nose.
No way.
I did. And I couldn't believe it because I typically don't. I'm like, bro, what is this? And it hit me. They got the weed whacker. I went into my Manscaped care package 4.0.
You didn't use it up to this point.
No, I had it because I didn't need to.
Right.
And I found it. I clicked it on. Bink. Kept me clean and nice. Look at that. Perfect. So shout out to Manscaped. But make sure whatever you do, because as we always do and as we always say, if we're going to talk about somebody, we got to have a promo code.
Well, that comes in the whole bundle too, right?
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. And the promo code right there is MOATS. You use that, you get your 20% off along with free shipping worldwide. And like my man Deke just said, when you get that lawnmower, or you get that performance package to 4.0, not only do you get the lawnmower 4.0, but you also get that weed whacker I was talking about. Keep them nose hairs fresh and clean. And you got revivers for that crop. And you can't forget about the refresher as well. So stay refreshed, stay revived. But whatever you do, make sure you Manscaped so your delicate twins will thank you.